Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Tutorial. In this video, I have created a form where we will store our form data to our MongoDB database. In this video, you will learn how you can connect your React.js to your database using a backend. So, when a user will enter their data, for example, I am going to enter a data name Abhishek and email of Abhishek @mail.com and address will be in India. Here you can see before I am going to click on submit buttons, I am going to show you there is a one user infos or collection in our MongoDB and there is no any data in this collection. So when I will click on submit button, then an alert function will appear which says data is stored successfully, which means our data has been stored successfully to our MongoDB collection. Let's refresh the document and see here our data. So in this video you will learn how you can perform these types of function in your front end and backend also. So let's start the video. We are going to see how you can connect your React.js to your backend MongoDB. I am going to create a one form where we will store our form data to our MongoDB database. So let's see how I am going to do this. First of all, we have to create a React app. For that, open your terminal. Then type npm create white @latest. I am using white for this to create a React app because white create very frequently React app. I am going to name our project. There will be two sites, one a client and one for server. I am going to name this for a client, client. Then we will choose React as a framework, then javascript as a variant. Then we will go to our client directory and run npm install to install our project. It will take few minutes depending on your system specification. So let's wait for a few minutes. Let the install. After that, run npm run dev to run our React app. Now just go to this URL. Our React app is running on localhost 5173. Here is our working React app. We have successfully created our app. Let's go to our client directory. In SRC folder, I am going to remove some files and just like app.css, for example, I'm going to delete index.css. We don't need index.css, and also remove this from app.main.jsx file and clean your app.css file. Then save this and go to your app.jsx. Select all, remove and type RAFC to execute React arrow function export component. Yeah, our app is working fine. We have created our client side. Now let's create one form in our client side to collect the form data and store it to our MongoDB database. So let's create our UI of a form. I'm going to first of all create a one div class name container. Then one more div with the class name of form container. Then I will pass one heading. Details. No. For example, fill your details. After this, I am going to create one more div with the class name of input box. Inside this, I am going to provide one label of name. Then we will provide one input field, input type text, placeholder, enter your name. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to create 3 input field, one for name, one for email, and one for address. And one submit button also. So for this, create a one class name, give it a name btn, then create a one button and write submit. Yeah, now let's design our form to make it a visual appealing. And import your app.css in your app.js file. Now inside the body tag, I'm going to provide margin to 0 and background color to F4. Yeah, and in font family, I'm going to pass George only. Now inside the container, write align item center, make it a common center, justify content center, min height 100 vh, and display to the flex. Yeah, our form is on center of a window. 9 container. Inside container, there is a one home container. In our form container, we are going to provide background to white, padding to 30 pixel, 40 pixel, then border radius to 8 pixel. And box shadow to 0 pixel, 4 pixel, 12 pixel, RGBA 0, 0, 0 and 0.1. Yes. And width to 40 pixels. Now inside our form container there is one div named input box. Okay, first of all we will design our h2. So we are going to align in our center and we are going to provide the margin from bottom 30 pixel and font weight will be normal. And I'm going to use color hashtag 333, which is a slightly gray color. Okay. Yeah, I have written with 40 because but there is a 400 pixel. Okay, yeah, now our forms look good. So inside form container, let's design our input box. Provide display to the flex and flex direction to the column. And give margin from the bottom of 20 pixel. Good. Inside input box, go to the label, provide the margin from the bottom 8 pixel, color to the hashtag 5 and the font size of 18 pixel. Now let's design our input box. I mean input tab. My control V is not working. No. Inside our first of all, I'm going to provide them padding to 10 pixel to 12 pixel, border 1 pixel solid, hashtag CCC, and border radius to 4 pixel and font size to 14 pixel. And in this I'm going to add a transition of 0.3 seconds. Input, we will use a focus. And when we focus, then the border color will be changed to hashtag 007B which is a blue color. Let's see this one or not. Oh no, it's not changing right now, but it will change. And provide, because of the outline is not changing, then we will provide outline to the none. Now this is good. I think this will be changing. Yeah, it's changing right now. Now it's look good. Now let's design our submit button. So inside our form container, there is one button D. We will give to the text align to the center and margin from top of 10 pixel. Inside button deep, there is one button tag. Inside we will design a button tag We will provide padding to the 1020 pixel, background of blue color, which is hashtag 00, and color to be white. Borders to the nulls. Font size of 16 pixel. Border radius to the 4 pixel and cursor to the pointer. And I'm going to also add some transition to our button transition of 0.3 seconds. So when we will hover to our button, then a transition is going to apply to our button. Which transition? I'm going to use a background transition. We are going to change our background color slightly deep blue. Hashtag 0056 B3. Yeah, now it's look good. Now let's add some JavaScript. Let's add some script to our code. First of all, we are going to check that all fields are required before user click to submit button. Here I am going to validate the form. Let's see how to validate. First of all, create a one use state hook for name, one for email, and one for address. Oh my god. What is happening? After this, give the value tag to your input tag. Inside value, provide the specific provide the specific name. For example, in input tag, I have given the value of input. I have given the value of name, use state, name state, and same as inside the email, give the value of email, and inside the address, give the value of address. Now let's use onChange function. So whenever user will write something in our input field, it got changed and updated to our state hook. For example, for this we are going to use one event. When the event will trigger, then the state will be changed. Let name e.target.value. Now same for email also. We will use onChange function, and we will provide one event, and when the event will trigger, our email will get updated to our state. Same for address. Let's see if this is working or not. Yeah, this is working fine. We are getting our form to our state. So let's validate our form. First of all, create a one on-click function to your submit button. I'm going to create a one on-click function to our submit button named handle submit. and we will check our state. Our state should not be blank. If the state will be blank, then there will be one alert will pop up and says all fields are required. So let's do this. Which we have to use. I'm going to use if function for this. If name dot length is triple equals to 0, or email dot length is triple equals to 0, or address dot length is triple equals to 0, then one alert will pop up which say all fields are required. Yes. So let's see if it's working or not. Let's click on submit button. Yeah, all fields are required. Add some data to ours. All fields are required. Good. Our validation is working fine. Now our client side directory has been completed and good to deploy and good to go. So let's create one more directory named server. So let's create one more folder and give it a name of server. Now open your terminal and go to the server directory and type npm init -y. One package.json file will be created to our server directory. Inside this, we are going to install some dependency in our server directory. For example, I am going to install Express for our backend, Course, and Mongoose. We store the data to our MongoDB and press enter. It's unknown command Express. Okay, I didn't use install function. Then we are going to install some dependencies like Express, Course, and Mongoose. Npm install Express, Course, Mongoose, then press enter. It will take some few minutes to install all of these dependency depending on your internet speed. So let's install. Yeah, one package log.json file has been created, and inside the package.json file we have get some dependencies like Express, Mongoose, and Course. Then I'm going to install nodemon to start our server. Okay, once more I forgot to type install. Nodemon is also installed to our server directory. So inside server directory, first of all create one file named index.js, which is our main file which will connect our front end to our MongoDB. Then write const express equals to require express. Then const course equals to require course. Then const mongoose equals to require mongoose. Then type const app equals to express. We will initialize app as an express. Then const we're going to use express for as app.use express.json. This means we are going to pass our data to backend in a JSON format, and we will use an app.use force. Now let's create our MongoDB. First of all, let's start our server in a port. For that, we will going to use app.listen inside port. Let's take the port number of 3000. And in console, we will show app is running on port 3000. Now let's run our server by typing npx nodemon index.js. In console, I get app is running on port 3000, which means our server is good to connect to MongoDB. So open your MongoDB. Mongo Compass is a UI interface of a MongoDB. So let's click on connect button to start the connection. Connected to localhost 27017. Now go to your connection, create a one database. I'm going to give a name to our database like user detail. That's user detail, and collection name of this is data. Now click on create database. Our database has been created successfully. This is our database, and there is a one collection named data. This is just like a table. Okay, so let's connect our server to a MongoDB database, For this, we are going to type mongos.connect colon, then copy your connection URL from your MongoDB. Let's copy connection string. Now paste it to here and write your database URL. Our database is user detail. Copy from here, then paste it to here. Our database is now successfully connected to our server is now successfully connected to our database. Now let's fetch data from app.js6 and pass it to our MongoDB. For this, we are going to use async await, which is good for this function. So let's see how to do this. We will use try catch function to easily catch the error if we get. Inside this, create one const name response equals to await. Pass async, otherwise this will pass an error. Await fetch. Our localhost URL is http // localhost colon, port number is 3000, our server is running on port 3000, then pass. For this I am going to use a data path. Now user detail. Okay, user detail path to pass our data. After this, now pass method. We are going to use method of post and header. Headers content type content, content type application services JSON. We are going to pass our data in a form of JSON, and inside body we are going to pass our form data. Body JSON dot string file. Now pass name, email, and pass an address. So when user will click on submit button, this function will start running. If all form are blank or any one field are blank, then user will get this pop-up all fields are required. Otherwise if all fields are filled up, then we will pass to else, and here user will pass the response to our localhost 3000, which is where our server is running, and we are going to use the post method, and we are going to pass our all form details in a JSON format. If we will catch an error, then we will pass it to our alert error occur in server side. Okay. So let's get the data from our user to our server side. For that, write app.post, because we are going to use a post method. Inside this, we have used user detail path, user detail, and we will get request from backend side, and we will pass response from server side to backend side. Now we will destructure our data. Which is coming from our front end. Request.body. We have successfully destructured our data. After this, we will store our data to our MongoDB database. Here. Before storing the data to a MongoDB database, we have to create one schema file in a server folder. So for that, I am going to create a one file name user schema. User schema.js. In user schema.js, write const mongoose equals to requires mongoose. After this, write const schema. We are going to create a one schema. Schema is a file where we are going to store our data. This is just like a path, and for example, we are creating a different table in our database using this schema. So let's see how we will create our tables using this schema file. const schema equals to mongoose dot schema schema. We have a three field. First field name is name, and this is a type of string. And second is an email, and this is also a string type. And third is an address, and this is also a string type. After this, now write const user table is equals to mongoose dot model. That model create a one collection name, just like user info. I'm going to write user info. After that, provide schema here. In the schema, we have described that we want all this field. For example, we want name field, which is in string type. We want an email field, which is also in string type, and same as address field, which is in string type. And in user table, we have created one model, which is a collection type, where just like data, we have created the collection. Same as we have created one more collection, user info. Inside this collection, we are going to store our all user data, and we pass the schema that we want all this field. So we are going to use this user schema to our index.js. For this, type export module dot export user table. Now we have exported our module user table, and I'm going to use this in our index.js file. Const user table require dot / user schema. Yes. So now let's store our data to our MongoDB data. Now create a one more variable, const dot store equal to user table dot create. User table dot create. Inside this, pass all the value which you want to store. For example, name, email, and address. Name, email, and address we want to store to our database. And if store will be work, then we will give the response to our front end that we have successfully inserted the data to our database. So for this, write response dot status of 200 dot send or data stored successfully. Otherwise, else we will pass the response to our front end with the status code of 500, and we will write error while storing the data. To receive the response from front end, from back end, we will create a one more function, man, back response We will await for response and we will store this in a text format and we will pass it to the alert section back response. Yes. Now we are good to go and let's try our app is working fine or not. So let's enter the name, Abhishek's email, abhishek@mail.com and address in India. Now let's submit. Data stored successfully, localhost 6 data is stored successfully. So let's go to the MongoDB and see our data has been stored successfully or not. Refresh your database. Yeah, user infos, one more collection has been created named user infosys and there is a field name Abhishek, email and address. Our data has been stored successfully and one random ID was generated here. Now let's store one more data. For example, like creative tutorial CT and the same address is India. Now let's submit data is stored successfully. Let's go to the MongoDB. Okay, refresh our collection. Yes, our data has been inserted successfully. You have seen how you can store your React form data to your MongoDB database. In this video, I have explained each and every step. If you guys have any question related to this video, ask me in the comment section. And if you didn't subscribe our channel, so why are you waiting for this? Subscribe our channel now and let's become a member of our creative tutorial community. Thanks for watching this video. Let's see you in another video.